This is Professor L.B. Gaikwad's English Literature Web YouTube channel. I am Professor L.B. Gaikwad is discussing today the topic Occasions and Examples of Speeches. This is my lecture number 293 and part 5th. Remember, the main topic of the discussion is the occasions and examples of the speeches, under which we are discussing on the ceremonial speeches or the special speeches which are given at the time of the funerals or at the time of the functions or at the time of the special occasions. So, in this period now, we will see the eulogy. So remember, the eulogy speech we are learning now, we can easily define it. Remember, the eulogy can be defined, can be said, can be described very easily. It means it is an easy speech. It is the speech on the death of a person. We can call it a dirge or a mourning. The eulogy is given in respect of the dead person's honor. Remember, if there is the dead person and we are very much unhappy by that person because that person is very much important in our life, and because of the demise of that person, we are very much unhappy. That's why we prepare the eulogy there. The eulogy is the particular thing which is not the elegy, remember. And that's why here the explanation is that we shouldn't confuse this eulogy with elegy, because there are some persons who can confuse this point that the eulogy means the elegy. It is not the elegy, because the elegy is the poem or a song of the mourning on the death of somebody. That's why a song, a poem, and a lecture, this is the difference. And so we should not confuse that the eulogy is the elegy. They are totally the different concepts. We are not writing a poem known as a tragic song emotionally. Remember, here we are preparing for the eulogy. We are not preparing here for the elegy. The elegy is the poem, is the song on the death of the dead person. The poet writes the poem, and there is the emotionalism. It is the lecture and not the poem. So remember, eulogy is the lecture and not the poem. Any religious person like a priest, a rabbi, an imam, and also a political leaders and ministers can deliver eulogies. Remember, such type of persons means all the religious persons discuss their thoughts through eulogies. Then there are the political leaders and ministers who also discuss their thoughts through the eulogies. Because the religious persons are dead, and in the politics also the political leaders are dead, and that's why the eulogies can be given as the speeches by these persons. The speaker should prepare his eulogy speech adequately, and that's why when the speaker is preparing his eulogy, he should make or he should prepare that eulogy very adequately. It means that very properly, because it is on the death of the dead person. The speaker should praise the dead person considering his or her contributions, works, sacrifices, and traits of personality in an easy tone. Remember, there is the speaker, and the speaker has to give the eulogy there on the dead person. In the eulogy, that speaker should consider or should talk on the life of the woman, if she is woman, if he is a man. He should talk on the life of the person, that is woman or man, and he should talk about their contributions, about their works, about their sacrifices, and the characteristics or the traits of their personalities or characters. And he should talk everything in the light tone, very easy tone. Some phrasing quotations should be used by the speaker to highlight the dead one. Remember, the dead person is very much dearest person, very much high person, and that's why he has the lot of contribution also with him, works are there with him. That's why we should collect some quotations from the literature or from any kind of literature, but those quotations should be related with the life of the dead person. And that's why we should use some quotations when we are giving our eulogy there. In short, the speaker should include the importance of the demised person, but the speaker must know more about the dead person than he can do properly. Remember, just we saw that the quotations are essential, no doubt at all. But now the point is that the speaker must know all the detailed life of this gentleman. If he knows the detailed life of this gentleman, dead person, then he can prepare his eulogy very nicely, and that eulogy will be a great eulogy according to me. For example, here we will say that the speaker can deliver the eulogy on the funeral. So remember, if somebody is dead and there is the program of the funeral, then the speaker can give his eulogy on the life of that person. He or she must know details of the deceased person. Remember, the person who is dead, maybe the woman or maybe the man. So that's why the person who is going to make his eulogy, he must know about the personal life of these dead persons. Let me tell you that the speech can be impressive and personal if we know the personal information of the dead one. You come very close to the dead one with the help of such eulogy. So remember, when the gentleman is talking the eulogy on the life of the dead person, then it is his right that he is the nearest gentleman of the dead person, and that's why he is talking that eulogy. In this way, he must talk the eulogy very properly. In case you don't know about the dead person, you can collect information from the friends and relatives of the dead one. But be aware of such information as it may be irrelevant and inconvenient. You should be cautious of such collections because they are come from the friends, relatives. It might be or they may be or might be wrong, and that's why we should be very much careful of such collection. If it is really true, you should include in your eulogy. So remember, if these informations are true or the successful stories are true, then we can include them in the eulogy. Otherwise, it is a serious thing, and so we should think of these informations which are coming from the friends and relatives. You should talk at least a point lighter or humorous regarding the dead one. Here also you have to be so keen in humorous speech as you haven't come for joking. Remember, when you are giving your eulogy, uh, you should be so sincere, but you should be rather uh, rather in a lighting tone and humorous tone, but you should not be in the joking tone, because it is the date and you have come to give the eulogy, and not you have come there for giving the interesting jokes. Some cultures permit a speech highly entertaining and amusing to release the occasional tension. Remember, there are some societies. In those societies, the cultures are like this, that they permit the interesting lectures at the time of the death. Means the eulogies are very much interesting, very much laughable, because this is the permitted thing as per the culture of those societies. The speaker must tell about the dead one's life story. It means who the dead one was and what he did and how he lived in his life. Your more personal eulogy will be more touching for the friends and families of the dead one. The best eulogy's purpose is that the audience should mourn the dead one's death, celebrating his or her personal life. So remember, here the main purpose of the eulogy is that we are there to mourn the death of that gentleman. Means we are there to express our sorrow on the particular occasion. It is the main purpose of the eulogy. This purpose should not be disturbed. So here today we have finished the topic. Again we will come in front of each other with a new topic. Till then, thank you very